Hey friends, it's Coach Andrea here, Stuntwoman, Coach Confidence Builder, and today's episode is one I've been holding close to the little chest for quite a while now. We are talking about real stuff, lessons I have learned, the hard, unpolished truth I've learned as a professional stuntwoman that have changed my life, not just on set, but in the way I show up for business, parenting, partnerships, and even personal growth. These are the kinds of lessons that leave bruises, sometimes literal bruises, but they've shaped everything about how I move through fear, failure, and fire, both real and proverbial. Each one of these comes with a personal story. Each one, it's an invitation. You don't need to be a stuntwoman to live by these. You just need to be dangerous enough to believe that you're worth the effort, if I may be so corny. Let's get into it. Lesson 1, always continue until the end, even after a little mess up. Some of the most beautiful and interesting things I've ever done came from what wasn't planned. If you stop every time you make a little mistake in that moment, you'll miss the potential magic that could have happened afterwards. The moment of surprise, the growth. I can't tell you the number of times that I have been performing a fight scene on camera and something goes a little wrong in the middle of the choreography. Timing is a bit off, one of the moves misses, a prop breaks, you name it, it has happened. And we are trained to continue on, no matter what, until the director calls cut. I mean, unless someone's hurt or something drastic happens. There are so many of those times that 90% of what we did was the best take of the day, the chef's kiss. And better yet, it actually, sometimes those mistakes themselves turn into a happy accident that look amazing on camera and end up making it into the movie or show. We would have denied ourselves and the show that if we had frozen and stopped after making that little mistake. So we keep going, no matter what, because you never know what's on the other side. And lesson 2, if I had to work as hard as you did to get where you are, I would just quit. Literally something someone has told me before. Is it a compliment? Is it an insult? Honestly, I still don't know. But what I do know is I didn't quit. You can't let someone else's discomfort with your effort derail your vision. Some things just come easy for people. Some things come with great effort. And it's just as worth it to pursue it if you know that it's really what you want. Also, working hard shouldn't be a bad thing. It's a badass thing. Working hard for no reason, that's another story, different podcast. I've also felt most proud of myself and my accomplishments when I've worked really hard for them versus when they've come easy. Those are the ones that I really remember. 3, only doing something if you're perfect at it is the fastest way to never progress. The white belt mentality is what I call it. The second you think you've arrived, you've stopped growing. When I got into stunts, I was the parkour girl. That was what got me in the door. That was my skill set that I brought to the table. But I wanted to be well-rounded, and that meant learning some things from scratch, like fighting. And there is nothing more humbling than being an expert in one field and showing up as a fresh newbie white belt at something else with a bunch of 10-year-olds who are better than you ever could be. And I've had to learn how to lumberjack, climb a tree, ride a dirt bike, dance the Charleston, hold my breath underwater for 3 minutes, walk on stilts, all of these random skills. But as soon as I got comfortable not being perfect at something, I actually ended up learning all of these other random things so much faster and had way more fun doing it. Okay, lesson 4. No matter how hard you try to please everyone, someone will always be displeased. This is a guarantee. They may even try to convince you that you're not worth the thing you want. So my advice, fudge them. Fudge them. This was the most freeing realization I came to. Coming from a lifelong people pleaser, I started performing better and getting bigger opportunities the moment I showed up as the best version of myself, and just understood that I will still never be enough for someone, whether it's because of me or because of them, whoever, and that I am a-okay with that now, or at least try really hard to be. Okay, lesson 5. Fearless doesn't actually mean fearless. It means fearless. It's in the present and it's managed. Confidence is a calculated risk in motion. Stay with me. I am scared of heights, which is hilarious coming from a professional stuntwoman, but I have dove off into an airbag up to 25 feet. I've been dangled by a wire 50 feet in the air, and I've been tethered to the edge of a 100-foot building by a rope that's this thick. Fear was always there, but understanding the risks and my abilities and trusting the processes around me help me stay calm and focused and stay safe. Understand the fears. 6, there is no better way to be in the now than to be directly in the flame. You can choose to see clearly when you calm yourself and flow with the fire. For me, that came literally. I took a fire burn masterclass a while back, as you do, with some of the best in the business. We spent 3 days literally lighting ourselves on fire with protective gel, gear, and experts, lighting other people on fire. Now, fire is no joke, but when you are lit up and you feel that instant burst of heat, everything around you slows down. You are aware of everything you see, feel, sense. It's actually quite peaceful, which is maybe weird, but it was true for me. Now, I don't recommend that anyone go and does this unless they're accompanied by professionals, but it was a really impactful lesson. 7, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's practiced, rehearsed, built. Don't fake it, embody it. It took a really long time for me to stop waiting for people to tell me that I'm ready or, to tell me I'm good enough, to realize that I needed to be the one that says it to myself and to believe it. True confidence came when I knew what I was good at, what I wasn't very good at, and that I could trust myself to navigate both arenas. It's a practice art, and that is what true confidence is. Okay, number 8, learning to fall is the most underrated skill on earth. People who fear failure never discover their full range. But when you're intimately comfortable with falling, you can absolutely unlock your future. When I teach people parkour, the first thing we learn is to fall. When I teach people wrestling, the first thing I teach them is to fall. When I teach my women's mountain bike safety seminars, we learn to fall so that our bodies know what to do when an error is made and we can do it safely. And the magical thing that happens is that we no longer fear the bad thing happening because 1, we know how to minimize the damage. We will survive it. Our automatic response will kick in. We will roll out. And 2, we can get to the other side and keep going so much faster when it happens. Because guess what? Failure is going to happen. So let's work to the other side as fast as possible. Okay, 9, play is power. Creative, joyful movement rewires your nervous system. It turns fear into curiosity. Okay, this is a whole podcast in itself, but the secret powers of play seem to be lost on so many adults, especially women, and understandably so, with everything that we constantly have to juggle and get right. Whether it's time, fear, loss of curiosity, self-consciousness, priorities, you name it, play is worth the investment. It provides so many tools to navigate life's challenges, learn about ourselves, not to mention spark a little joy and humor. All right, 10, even the strongest woman can fall victim to someone else's ego. Learn the lesson, get back to the leading. The hardest thing I have had to differentiate between is what is feedback and what is someone else's ego being projected onto me. And I have made many a poor decision learning this lesson. I impart that to you. I have tried to use those moments instead as a quick check and a proceeding of taking up space, going after what I want, and surrounding myself with as many other people who choose to elevate me as possible, trusting their words. You don't need to be a stunt woman to apply all these lessons I've learned. You don't need to set yourself on fire to be fierce. Please don't set yourself on fire. You can, however, be a dangerous woman, the kind who collects skills unapologetically, fails forward, dances with risk, and moves like she means it. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend who needs to hear it. And also join my free 4-day Move into Confidence challenge. We will be working on daily creative movement sessions, mindset tools, and embodied confidence boosters. All of the great things. Basically all of these lessons all tangled into 4 days. Your danger doesn't come from being loud. It comes from being real and ready. So I'll see you in the challenge, and that's it. That's it. We're gonna links in the below, the link and the share, and have a great day.